Doom, 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 doom. It's hump day. It's that day. It's Wicked Wednesday. Sports Tea, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy, OG Big Sam, the historian showstopper. Uh, my big homie, uh, co-host extraordinaire, Big Ant will be joining us momentarily. But what's happening in everybody? What's happening in? What's happening in? What's happening? Is it cold enough for some of y'all? Is it cold enough? Somebody turn the heat on. We're gonna get into some things. You got more Belichick talk. We got some Harbaugh talk. We got some, possible contracts and possibly not contract talk gonna be going on today. But one part of this Belichick talk that I want to get into, um, been having a lot of this conversation here lately. You know, apparently, uh, it is being said, acknowledged, and pushed that Arthur Blank is not read the room, so to speak, and he don't understand the fandom and its demographic to be trying to get Bill Belichick in here. My question is, and I know that some of y'all have been on Twitter, you've seen me, point this out. My question to that is, was y'all thinking about the demographics when we hired Jim Mora? Was you thinking about the demographics when we hired Mike Smith? Was you thinking about did the demographics matter, Petrino? Did the demographics matter when Quinn got hired? Did the demographics matter when Arthur Smith got hired? Did the demographics matter when Dan Reeves got hired? I'm just saying. Now all of a sudden, one of the excuses for not wanting Bill Belichick is, apparently the black folk. There's too many black folk, and he wouldn't fit culturally. Okay, first of all, what's the culture? What culture? That's first. Second, why all of a sudden the demographics of what this city is made out of, what I'm saying, from an ethnicity standpoint, why does that even matter all of a sudden? But I didn't hear anybody say anything about the demographics when it was reported that Jim Harbaugh got interviewed by the Atlanta Falcons. There was no variation about the demographics then. It's the point is, it's amazing when some of these NAACP wannabes opportunistically, what I'm saying, pulls the hood card out, when they think it fits, when they think, what I'm saying, it could, help their position. And, these fake woke folk really just grinds my gears with their crap. Um, you so scared, you're so closed minded that you accuse Arthur Blank of not being demographically smart, which is by far the dumbest thing. Do y'all know that Work Done is a what is it? 18% minority stake owner in the Atlanta Falcons, with Arthur Blank. Y'all do know Ted Fontenot is African American, right? Y'all do know that, right? we've had other African Americans employed with this franchise. So why would you openly foot in mouth in front of the world say that Arthur Blank hasn't read the room and he don't understand the demographics of the fandom of this city? Because there's too much that has happened that says otherwise. You know, he's done too much for a lot of people for that particular stigma to be thrown at him. He's solved a lot of black folk problems that have worked for him, played for him, and things of that nature. But to say that he's not demographically smart and he hasn't read the room, no, maybe it's you that hasn't read the room. Because reading the room would tell you, it would show you to understand by any means necessary. I mean, but like I said, it was opportunistic because that was only said and pointed out or thrown out there because it was Bill Belichick. Because when Jim Harbaugh was reported to be gotten his interview in with us, didn't hear none of that. As a matter of fact, all of a sudden y'all had your noses and lips all up Arthur Blank's ass, shoe shining his rectum. He's the greatest. That's the greatest move right there. He turned out to be, he's been a good owner and make it smart. Y'all are so full of crap. And the arrogant ignorance and the irony go from 1 minute he ain't read the room demographically to because now it ain't Belichick, so y'all think, now all of a sudden he's a great guy and all of this and y'all are some of y'all are just not smart, just not, just not on that. I mean, it just don't make sense. It hurts my head even thinking about it. Hey, Sonya. Hey, Christy. Happy Hump Day. What up, Pat? Happy Hump Day. It's Wednesday. But I just, things like that. The demographics are a reason. What I'm saying, not to bring Belichick in. Why? Why? Why is that? I mean, he fits the category of what we need in more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you got 8 Lombardis up under your belt, 2 of which is the defensive coordinator, you were instrumental in finding, creating, developing one of the greatest football players to ever play defense in Lawrence Taylor. Yeah, he was part of that test tube that shook that out and unleashed that on the football world. Okay, we're talking about 40 plus years of football knowledge that that could be at our disposal, you know, in getting us around that corner, over the hump, if you will, and putting the Lombardi Trophy in our case. But because it's Bill Belichick that was on the yacht with Arthur, and chilling at Flowery Branch, touring, walking around, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. Oh, Arthur Blank got a demographical issue. Really? Is that your final thought? I mean, Bill Belichick, Jim Harbaugh, Bill Belichick, Bill Belichick, Airbnb, Bill Belichick, Bill Belichick, Bill Belichick. It's Bill Belichick, the hoodie. I mean, if you're having a thought that says anything other than, you know, this man can come in here, right the ship, complete the puzzle, and have us possibly having us playing in January. I mean, because y'all running around here looking for reasons. Well, the last couple of years, I mean, why does I mean for a person that has had the success that Bill Belichick has had, you know, and actually fix it in your mind and make yourself believe that there is nothing he can do to help this organization win. That's just asinine. It's asinine. Okay, he beat us in Super Bowl 51. All right, it happened. So fucking what? So what? You don't want that knowledge, that experience, and the ability to put things in place, a well-oiled machine in our coaching office, in our locker room? Seriously? Are we that jaded? Are we really that jaded to dismiss arguably one of the greatest coaches of all time? I mean, I have that conversation all the time. Him, Bill Walsh, but yeah, one of the greatest ever do it, and we'll do it by any means necessary. You really gonna sit here and try to convince me that you don't want that weapon working in our franchise? I mean, we to be honest, we the trajectory of our franchise immediately changes with him. And you're not gonna get that from anybody else that's out here looking for a head coaching job. When that little garden gnome walks into your facility with your team merchandise on, shit immediately changes. The prospects change. The efforts change. The ears listening change. The belief in themselves and in what they're doing changes immediately. That's the effect that a Bill Belichick would have. And y'all out here, he business. So what? So yeah, Super Bowl 51 happened. Yeah, it did. It did. It did. So what? Huh? So what? Get you a therapist, lay on the couch, do something, get up and move on with life. Because right now, as it stands, we need a hoodie. We need a maniacal, saying decisive, no BS type of cat like Bill Belichick. We need that. We need him. We need him. And there is no amount of reasons that you could give me to convince me to think that there's any reason that makes sense why we shouldn't bring him here. 8 chips, bro. 40 years of football knowledge. And y'all sitting out here coming up with these fly ass reasons. You know what I'm saying? I don't. He beat us on there. Cry me a river. I want the Lombardi and the confetti, and that's what he brings. That's what he brings, and you can't make me believe otherwise. Mr. Knight, what's good? What's good? Hey, Auntie. I'm just saying. It's we've made all the other mistakes. Um, we made all what I'm saying, we made the mistakes of not making certain moves. We've made the mistake of making particular moves. Okay. We need the general of the army that was the evil empire that was the New England Patriots. We need Bill Belichick, period, point blank, in discussion. It's just, there's no other way to even put that. You know, um, and as far as Jim Harbaugh is concerned, well, me personally, um, I don't think that we as an organization should be a safe haven for Jim Harbaugh to hide from the NCAA. Because that's all he's doing. That's one reason he possibly leaving. Well, ain't no possibly. I think he is done at Michigan. I think it's over with. Is all them the accusations and stuff. The NCAA finna move on that, and that's why he's trying to get an NFL job. And I don't think we need. I think us as an organization shouldn't be a safe haven for him in that aspect. No, we don't need that baggage. And if you know Arthur Blank like you think you do, he don't like bad press. You know he don't like to be in the news for negative shit. And here, you really think he want to be dealing with the NCAA, hunting them down and having uh, committee meetings and judicial meetings, or this, that, and the third, or whatever he had going on up there? No, 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 mm-mm. No, sir. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. 3:30, what's happening? Let's see here. Look, no matter what is said, many are afraid of the merger of Bill Belichick with the Falcons because of the potential alone. And that is fact. Anthony White, how's it going? John Sinclair, nice to see you in here. That is fact, buddy. That is fact. Okay, the potential of trading the eighth pick, the potential of not drafting, you know, their fantasy reasons and whatnot. Is Bill Belichick, what I'm saying, is about that life of trading away high draft pick for more, what I'm saying, draft capital, stockpiling picks and moving, what I'm saying, likewise. Yeah, they are scared entirely to death of that, of all of that. You bring a guy like Bill Belichick in here, and he puts his offensive staff in place, whether it be, what I'm saying, be Bill O'Brien or one of his other, what I'm saying, offensive guys. It won't be Josh McDaniels. It won't be. He's probably going back to, you know, uh, to Kraft up there with that mess. Um, you know, and with what we do have in place, I'm gonna say something that, what I'm saying, uh, nephew therapist said about Bill Belichick. He ain't trying to do no heavy lifting. A lot of y'all worried about the GM position. He ain't trying to do that. He just trying to coach. You know, he wants to coach, and with his, he's good at picking defensive gems. And him along with Terry, there would be a good match. What I'm saying, from that standpoint, and getting bodies in here. What I'm saying, especially on the offensive line. What I'm saying, um, it's people have to understand from a football perspective, you're not gonna get much better than Bill Belichick. You're not gonna get much better than the hoodie. You, yeah, 8 chips, 40 years worth of football knowledge. You can't beat that with an ugly stick. And like I said, auntie, yeah, auntie. Y- that's a definite. It'll be a Russell Wilson or a Jacoby Brissett, somebody that he's familiar with from that standpoint, or just Russell being a veteran and that has Super Bowl experience, has playoff experience. Yeah, that what I see. That what I see happening. You know, yeah, that what I was just saying. Anthony, he's not trying to do a whole lot of heavy lifting. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's you don't hear anything coming out. You know, saying that you know GM stuff and football operations and all that was on the table. No, because if that was the case, I guarantee you there would not have been an interview. Because there are a lot of things that Arthur is trying to keep in place that he has in place, and Fontenot is one of them. Most of this defensive staff is another part of that. Now, yes, Nielsen is interviewed for the DC job in Jacksonville. Don't know how far that's going to go or what's going to be the outcome of that. But with that happening, you know, that could be a sign of, possibly what's to come. You know, with us. I mean, it just may be a smoke screen just to tantalize the media. Arthur likes to play chess while a lot of people playing checkers. What's going on, Corey? You know, I mean, it's you have to think with an open mind and realistically with an open mind when it comes to this stuff, especially this part of the game, and especially where we are. Like I said, Arthur he has made his mistakes, and he's seen a lot of things, and he's seen where if he done stuff a certain particular type of way, what possibly could have been the outcome, and that's where we're at this particular juncture right now. We're not playing it safe. We're going out here. He's swinging for the fences on what he wants, and I think he's going to get it, which I think is Belichick. And he's going to drop down there and like tell me what you need, and I'm going on up here to the suite and sit down and watch everything unfold. Let's see. Jim Harbaugh coming to Atlanta. You always interview coaches from least likely to most likely. And if the Falcons had a vet QB, I think Belichick would have never left the building. Well, I say that to this. There could be a veteran quarterback brought into the building, and who's to say Belichick has left the city? Who's to say? He might be still sitting around. We don't know. We don't know. I mean, he hasn't interviewed with anybody else on the level that he, what I'm saying, the way things went, what I'm saying, around here. I mean, we could just be doing our, due diligence in the process, as it were, as it is. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, with Harbaugh, I think that was just, for the pleasure of the media. I mean, because honestly, I don't think he want any parts of Harbaugh being here with that NCAA stuff hanging over his head. And I don't see us being, I said it earlier, I don't see us being a safe haven for Harbaugh to hide from the NCAA. And we all know that Arthur don't like negative press, bad press, been there, done that. He don't want to be answering questions about some shit that, you know, that came in a big fat bag with somebody that he hired. Nah. I mean, we're really 5 years removed from Peter being in his face every week. Come on now. Come on. It's think realistically about this thing. You know, I think that I think it's gonna be Belichick. I don't see it not being. I just think we're doing our due diligence to make the status quo happy. You know, um, you know what I'm saying? From that point. And, you know, it Belichick fits the fix now, win now mantra more than anything, more than anybody else out there. He fits because he can fix it. He can. You know, you just it's I guess it's a hurry up and wait and see moment right now. You know what I'm saying with that, and I'll be glad when we get to that point where everything becomes official and it's announced. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got 23 hours on this program, and y'all hit the like button, man. Y'all do me that favor, hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Hit it 23 times. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe, follow, friend, all of that with me. OGN TV, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to 200 subs. You know, I got 126 right now. I'm trying to get to 200 subs. You know what I'm saying? Share with your homies. Share with you guys, your boys in the barbershop. Share with your homies on the back patio. You know what I'm saying? Smoking that blunt. You know what I'm saying? Share it. Share it with the people that you run into and you be having these Falcon debates. Share it. Share it. I'm telling you, there will be, you know, happy subscribers just like you guys are. You know. Uh, let's see. Is, has that happened, Corey? Is that happened? Michigan put that kind of money on the table for him? I mean, you know, because I'm, you know, just saying, he's doing all these, you know what I'm saying, you know, under the radar, you know, NFL interviews and things. Let's see. Anthony says, thing is, Belichick got options. If he was the choice, you don't let him leave the building. They've already fulfilled Rudy Rule obligations. Should have hired ASAP. I mean, you're in no rush. I mean, you still, even with all that, you still have to put other things in place as well. And you know, we don't know all the ins and out of whatever red tape is going on. But again, you know, like I said, Arthur's doing his due diligence. He's not showing his hand, so to speak. He's showing it without showing it. You know what I mean? So, you know, because you know, there are a lot of people sitting around waiting to see what Belichick and the Falcons are going to do or not do, whatever the case may be. You know, mm. Oh, they offered. Oh, okay, okay. Well, it must not be too much in the realm of ramifications with this NCAA thing if they got that on the table for him. Hmm. All right. Okay. Jay Diaz, what's going on? Yeah, and that's because Harbaugh represents for them a guaranteed pick at the eighth spot. Come on, let's call a spade a spade. Let's get to the root of why everybody was on the hip hip parade bandwagon when they heard Harbaugh interview with us, because they know the Belichick interview. You know what I'm saying? It scared up a lot of thorns around this guy because they know Bill, that eighth spot, the eighth pick. Oh, that eighth pick getting traded. Traded down to somebody. For several picks. How Bill likes to stockpile picks and then keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And make it do what it do from that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, when we call a spade and looking at it on a realistic value, Jim Harbaugh to a lot of these people in this fan base represents that eighth pick more likely than not being a quarterback pick at that spot. That's what that represents. That's what Jim Harbaugh represents to a lot of these people. Bill Belichick, on the other hand, represents the scary part of the business. The factual part of the business, trading down, stocking picks, and getting a lot of talent, second, third, and fourth round with those picks. This year and next. That's what Belichick represents, because that's how he moves. That's how he moves. When have you seen, Belichick hold on to a high pick? Okay. Mm. Mm. Oh yeah, they trying to keep him. Yeah, with that, if that's in the paperwork, oh yeah, they trying to keep him. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, because you don't make that move that fast without already having something lined up or something already in place. A plan of action already. What I'm saying, in action. You don't make that move that fast. You know, and I'm just saying, but you right. I felt that and thought that. I mean, look, to be honest, as far as Arthur Smith goes, when the whole headache gate went down, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, truth be told, headache gate's the reason why Arthur Smith got fired. When the fantasy football community went ape shit on 13 snaps, one carry. Okay. And there was some other ramifications from that. There was some other consequences from that too. Because people not been paying too much. If you paid any attention to that last press conference that Arthur had, and Rich McKay was sitting next to him, yeah, yeah, Rich McKay didn't look all that comfortable. Right. Why that is, you might ask. Well, Rich McKay is on the competition committee. He's president of the competition committee. Rich McKay co-signed, okayed, and approved that $75,000 fine on Headache Gate. Yeah, he told his whole asshole off the blank. Them coins. And if y'all ain't been paying attention to the fine print, you know what I'm saying, the small writing, a lot of those things that he was tasked with, as far as his job here with the Dirty Birds, he ain't got that no more. Yeah, yeah. He's low key getting stripped down butt naked as far as the organization goes. Shit, being president of the competition committee might probably be finna be his only job in the NFL. While y'all playing. Let's see. Corey Belichick loves mild season mid-season trades or free agent signings that helpful for playoff pushes. Yes, he does. And that too, Auntie. Yeah, he said that Arthur said that about 13, 14 times. When, win by any means necessary. 3 days. In my opinion, I feel that a Belichick hiring would make Terry Fontenot more dangerous because you have a younger gun teaming up with the old gunslinger. Yes, I spoke on that earlier. You know what I'm saying? Fontenot is one of the better scouts in this league. And you got a guy that's known notoriously for being able to find, good players. In Bill Belichick, it would be a very, very good match made in Dirty Bird heaven, if you will. I said I support Arthur Blank. I would take him over Jerry Jones any day. I think a lot of us would. Including Bill Belichick, because a lot of people keep talking about him going there. Well, look, when you really look at it, Belichick just left a Jerry Jones type relationship. He ain't going into another one. You know what I'm just saying? Yeah, I mean, let's look at this realistically now. Kraft and Belichick's relationship changed when he made him change up his game plan, because he was, you think about it now, 2 years, what was it, 2 or 3 years before Brady got out of there, Kraft sided with Brady, and Kraft made, remember that he made Belichick trade, Jimmy G. He was grooming him. He was working him out. He was getting him ready to be the successor. And you're going to get Brady up out of there. 3 years prior to when he did get up out of there. And their relationship been fractured ever since. You remember now, Jimmy G was Belichick's new baby. You know what I'm saying? So, there's a lot to be altered. There's a lot to recognize. There's a lot to, understand about this situation. The Falcons are the fit, not just a good fit, but the fit for Bill Belichick to get his swan song, if you will. You know what I'm saying? 3 or 4 years here, you know, possibly get, you know what I'm saying, one or two more chips, you know, get the all time wins record as well. You know, shoot, hey, you know, because when you look at the Dallas situation on face value, their cap situation finna become very butt naked, if you will. There are going to be a lot of guys that they can't sign, can't re-sign, and there's going to be a lot they're not going to be able to do on a high level in free agency because of their cap situation. You know, and then again, as Jerry Jones, he don't want to be bothered with that. You know, him coming here and getting you know a chance to get the right, get the rest of the groceries, you know what I'm saying, and get in and put that recipe in now. And, we fight not just for the division, but for the conference and for the league on that level. Because like I said, Bill Belichick walks into your door with your team merchandise on, shit immediately changes. The concept, the prospect, the belief, saying the effort, what I'm saying, the perspective, all of that changes for the extreme better. What you talking about? Something you said Bill Belichick didn't want Mac Jones. Hmm. I heard that under the radar, what I'm saying, a little bit, but I kind of dispelled it because I looked at it from the aspect, what I'm saying, him and Nick Saban, they homies, you know, they homies. So I was looking at it from that point of like, what I'm saying, shoot, I take this kid from a dog. He got trained up pretty well, but the way things transpired up there, I mean, hey, we probably won't know until the tell all book get wrote when he retired. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Um, you know, I mean, it's right now. Again, we're all sitting here, hurrying up to wait. Um, I guess we got about another week, maybe 2 weeks before whatever the situation is made public. Um, I think paperwork has already been drawn up. I think, what I'm saying, things have already been signed. I think they're just dotting the I's and crossing the T's and, getting other things situated, and he you know, I mean, hey, if I'm wrong, I'll come right back on here and say, well, they fooled us all. But I think right here, I think it's gonna be Belichick standing at the podium, uh, with a Dirty Bird jacket on. Nah, I'm just saying, I'm itching to see him in a Dirty Bird hoodie. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that's my expectation. That's what I think is gonna be. Um, and let's going forward, and if that is the case, because now Bill Belichick is one of those you know we ain't got to spend the money, we ain't gonna spend the money type of guys when it comes to certain things. Um, he he gets he gets affordable talent, you know, um, and he uses it until he's not known for okaying or co-signing mega deals. Let's just put it that way. And then that's something else that scares a lot of folk about him coming here because it would almost guarantee that AJ ain't getting no extension. AJ is not a Belichick type of cornerback anyway. I'm just saying. Just saying. Um, you know, when and with Belichick, you do your job. You do your job. You know what I'm saying? You'll get some kind of coins, but he ain't finna throw the Brinks truck out there. You'll get a bag, but you ain't getting no Brinks truck. So he said, I'm tired of seeing our Falcons play all their games at 1 p.m. Can we get a couple of night games? Well, one thing that Harry Belichick will bring, it would definitely bring some prime time viewage. It would definitely bring some prime time games. It would definitely do that. It would definitely bring about 3 or 4 Sunday night games. It would definitely bring uh, some Monday night games. But us being where we are geographically, we would. I mean, we would still be in that slot. Me personally, I like it. Being in that slot, but we would definitely end up with about 4 or 5 primetime games, a couple of Sunday night games, a few Sunday night games, Thursday night games, Monday night games. That would bring about 5 of those, 5 to 6 of those onto the schedule with Belichick being here. That would be another plus. You know, you know what I'm saying? Again, y'all hit that like button for me. You know what I'm saying? Get it up there for me. You know what I'm saying? Um, if you will. Um, holding it down. Just a quick program reminder. Um, Falcon Friday High Noon Madness is on the shelf until training camp. Everything else stays the same. Mad Monday with the OG at 10:30 a.m. on Mondays. The Realistic OGs 7 p.m. on Tuesdays. And Wicked Wednesday Sports Tea gonna be right here at 1 p.m. You know, um, that's not gonna change. There will be I will be making collaboration appearances. What I'm saying, with the rest of the fellas. You know, Cool to Talk here once in a while. 6 Man K Styles, wrestling program with the Unholy Alliance. In game. What I'm saying, with the therapist. Just spreading it around. How we do No Limit Style around this gap. Everybody's on everybody's shit. You know, um, and as you see on the ticker, you know, OGN TV. You know what I'm saying? On Twitter, what formerly known as Twitter, which is X now. You know what I'm saying? Facebook, it's Samuel E. White the third. You know what I'm saying? You see my IG handle. You know what I'm saying? Follow, like, share, subscribe, all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, funnel some material to my Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get it all out there. And again, I'm just it goes without saying, I appreciate, you guys and your viewership, showing me the love, showing up, getting in here, conversating with me, dialoguing back and forth, debating, and being informed and being entertained and being here Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Because, OG Big Sam, the historic showstopper, these programs, it wouldn't be right without y'all. You know what I'm saying? Getting in here, giving me your opinions, giving me your thoughts, and letting me reciprocate and showing, what information that I can give on whatever the topics may be, you know, just saying. I'm in it because I love it. I love to do this, and you know what I'm saying. It, it's just having the chance to do this and make a difference in the podcasting world, building something with the conglomerate, being a part of the Unholy Alliance, being a part of the team, being a part of the network, you know what I mean? And y'all help make it possible. Southside, great appreciation, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, this is what we do, how we do when we doing it. You know what I mean? There he is. There he is.
You're
There he is. There he is. The guy. The big guy. The guy. Big Ant.
that big nigga in the middle.
Yeah. Just giving a quick recap of the program today, the quote unquote demographical issues with hiring Bill Belichick, as it were, the fear that is drawn from him possibly being hired, um, what I'm saying, as opposed to Jim Harbaugh, how everybody then jumped all over, Arthur Blank's uh, lap, lap dancing, if you will, because we interviewed Harbaugh. Um, as opposed to the reaction of us interviewing Belichick. All of a sudden it's not demographically smart. That was said on Twitter. Um, the in the expectations of roster movement, and how Belichick moves and not, you know, Bill Belichick coming here would be very cost effective. Trust we would save monies.
Facts.
We would save monies. Um, you know, him being teamed with Terry Fontenot and the both of their abilities to scout very well would be a match made in Dirty Bird heaven. Um, you know, bringing in a veteran quarterback, whether it be Russell Wilson or Jacoby Brissett, who's familiar with him. Um, you know what I'm saying? And also the other fear from this particular fan base, of him coming, knowing that that eighth pick would turn into multiple picks because he would trade down as opposed to, you know, uh, giving them their wet dream of drafting the quarterback at the eighth pick or trading up. He don't do trading up.
No, he was never traded up. Ever.
He don't do trading up. He trade down and get more picks and move accordingly, which has been most of the conversation. Um, the looking and understanding how the Falcons are doing their due diligence, interviewing people, what I'm saying, giving the media something to talk about more so than anything, I believe. I honestly in my heart of hearts, believe the deal is done. They're just, crossing the T's and dotting the I's and getting,
Mhm.
get shit set up. That's just me,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
They got to do their due diligence. That's just
hmm
cool.
You
And
know.
so okay, this what's going on Twitter ever since the Falcons have interviewed Jim Harbaugh.
hmm
It reminds me of an old daytime story that used to come on ABC.
Mm-mm.
Back, and it's called "As the World Turns." I'm just saying, 'cause it's like day and night, Sam.
yeah, yeah.
Because they was hooping and hollering how they don't want Bill Belichick here,
Oh
and
man,
then
it was
as
doom and
soon
gloom.
well, and then as soon as they interview or no, hold on, let me go back. They was calling for Terry. They was calling for Terry's job. They was all on Arthur Blank neck because
hmm
of Bill Belichick. And then when Jim Harbaugh, he's the best owner in the history of sports now. And oh,
Right.
now Terry knows what the fuck he's doing. Actually, even though he got us out of you cap hell, historic cap hell. Might I add, within 2 seasons, not three, two. But that's neither here nor there.
right.
Uh, you know what they say. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, just like an
Right.
asshole. But I'm just saying.
hmm Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said earlier, I think that the hoodie is the fit, not just a good fit. I think he's the fit. For a myriad of reasons, that being it being cost effective. We know how he moved with draft picks. We know how he moved. You know what I'm saying, with not having a whole lot of money spent. Um, you don't you I don't think you're gonna get
He
any
liked
cap
to shop
problem.
at Walmart. That's all. He liked to shop at Walmart. He liked to shop at Aldi's instead of Publix. I'm not spending no goddamn $30 for no fried chicken. Are you fucking crazy?
That
I
part.
know you fucking crazy.
That's all you saying. I don't want to go to Bojangles and spend $50 on a goddamn 8 piece. I want to spend
Right.
$12 on a goddamn piece of chicken. All right, on chicken. Sometimes you want to
Right.
spend $20 instead of
Hey,
$50. You know
you,
what I'm
you
saying?
gonna buy
That's
this?
Right.
Bill Belichick. That's
Now
all
you,
it come down to it. So
you
hmm
I,
gonna
I
buy
want
this
to say
bougie
something
or
real
chicken
quick,
nugget?
Sam.
Yeah.
I want to say something real quick. Have everybody in the chat? I want to give because I've been graded Sam, so y'all help me grade Samuel. Okay, so I personally think he's doing a fucked up job. I think he's doing a shitty job. But is Sam doing a great job or is he doing a shitty job? Give me on a scale of A to F. I want people to grade Samuel. Please help me grade because I could be totally wrong. I think he's doing a pretty shitty job, but maybe that's just me. All right. So you guys, grade Samuel. How has he been as a host of his own show, as well as this troublemaker Anthony? How are these guys been so far? How do you guys think?
I give myself an F because you gonna come in and talk shit.
I'm just trying to piss Sam off. He know I.
Yeah.
Sam know exactly what I'm up to. That's why he laughing. That's why he laughing like hell right now.
I will reserve my comments for when the show is over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Christy say A for history. Okay, that's exact. All right. So well, my work is done here. Christy said an A for history, so I'll take that into consideration and I'll leave Sam alone. All right, fuck you, and all right.
Hey, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you in the chat. Don't worry.
Hey,
And Corey says an A. So all right, I've been outvoted so far. I've been outvoted. So Samuel and Ant, y'all got an A. So I have nothing else to complain about. So I'm out.
I highly doubt that.
right. And then he complained in his sleep. Okay. Kristen says he always provides the opposing view. No one wants to tackle first, and he sticks to it. Hey,
These are facts.
hey, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Miss Lewis. Thank you very much. right, Southside. Was it a trick question? Was it a trick question? Let's see. We covered Harbaugh. We covered Bill. We covered the effects of bringing Bill in from the HA perspective. Because we know Bill is not going to back up the Brinks truck. He might give you, you know what I'm saying, a little chip bag, but it won't be a Brinks truck. We covered the demographical issues. Some of these fans, they was trying to shovel out of here on Bill Belichick, but they were happy. They were happy to hear Jim Harbaugh's name. There were no demographical issues said, you know what I'm saying, when Jim Harbaugh's name was called. Imagine that. You know, I'm just saying some of these fans, you know, try to be opportunistic with their hood card, so to speak. You know. Thank you, Auntie.
We appreciate you, Auntie.
Thank you very much. Mucho, what's happening?
Mucho.
Yeah, you know, I think it's absurd and hilarious at the same time, you know, with people, you know, pick and choose when they want to be black in public. You know, I'm just saying, you born that color, you know, you black all the time. Don't pick and choose when you want to pull that card out and try to swipe it.
Trying to hide Colleton in the closet.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just, you know, to say that Arthur, and I pointed this out earlier. Matter of fact, I started off the show with it. To say that Arthur Blank didn't or doesn't read the room and understand the fandom from a demographic perspective. Really? This is the reason you're using for not wanting Bill Belichick here. But same said person, every turning around and had the pom-poms out because we interviewed Jim Harbaugh. Where was the demographic concerns then? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying with that? You know, it's just, you know, it just you got to be smarter than a fifth grader with some of the things you hit sand on. That's just the real of it. You know, you can't be sometimes with this. It's either you know, number one, you got to have solid eyes, not sometime eyes. You know, exactly, Mr. Knight. Exactly, double standards. Exactly. You know, the standards get high. You know, when you're looking at certain people, and then you lower them standards because it's Harbaugh's name is up. And I mean, like I asked, where was the demographic concerns when Jim Murray got the job? Where was the demographic concerns when Mike Smith got the job? When Dan Quinn got the job, when Petrino got the job, where was the demographic concerns then? When Arthur Smith got the job, when Dan Reeves had got the job, where was the demographic concerns then?
No, I'm saying it's selective.
Yeah,
It's selective.
it's selective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's hypocritical. It's hypocritical.
Oh, hold on.
What's going on, man? What's going on, Monk? And Auntie, facts.
Oh,
Facts.
yeah,
Because not only is he about the system, he is the system.
is the system that part.
And I'm quoting that because the therapist ATL said it first. I'm quoting that. Okay. Mm-hmm.
On numerous platforms too.
Well, okay. How would I feel?
What?
To be honest, I think it would be a mistake not to. But if whoever you hire, if you hiring someone other than the hoodie, it better make sense. It better make sense because you're presenting this to the locker room. You presenting this to your veteran core of your locker room. It better make sense and it better fit. If it's anything other than Bill Belichick, one of the greatest to ever do it. No matter what you think about him, you cannot deny them eight Lombardis that he got up on his belt. You cannot deny his knowledge. You would have it. I think it would be real hard. I think it would be real hard to sell your veteran core on anything other than Bill Belichick. That's just the real of it.
Especially when you come out and say in front of everybody that you want to win now.
Mm-hmm. Fix now, win now. With that mantra, and by any means necessary, this is the direction you have to go. Bill Belichick is the move, the only move that will make sense, given your okay. I'm gonna fill it out like this, okay? And I know other people who have their opinions about the Arthur Smith move, okay? I think it was a knee-jerk reaction, to be honest. I really do. I think once again Arthur Blank made a knee-jerk, move, trying to, change public perception and local press. And I think the only way, because this is why I say fix now, win now. The only way to fix that is you bring in a Bill Belichick. Because if you don't, then it was just dumb and a knee-jerk reaction and move to fire Arthur Smith. If you don't bring in Bill Belichick, then firing Arthur Smith was all for naught. Like I said, I know everybody else has their opinions and their thoughts and their hatred and whatnot for Arthur Smith, but from where I'm sitting, where I'm standing, where I'm watching, from cheap seats, if you don't hire Bill Belichick, there's no fixing this. There's no fixing this because Bill Belichick is the only material, the only entity that you could bring in here, and whatever happens, Bill can cover up everything. He could cover up the fact that you know what I'm saying, killed the process for the sake of making, public perception different. You killed the process for the sake of changing the local media perception and rollouts that they were giving. You don't bring in Bill Belichick, then why fire Arthur Smith? Why? I mean, you rolled him out here into a god-awful dead cap situation. He pushed through that. He coached through that. He moved through that. And then the growing pain struggles at the quarterback position, which was expected to happen. Okay. And he has no chance to complete the mission, to complete the process. He has no chance. And you fire him and you don't hire Bill Belichick. It's bad business. Bad business move. Yeah, and that's just the real of our situation here. Well, Mucho, that's the $6 million Jeopardy answer with the question right there. Because if you don't hire Bill Belichick after your knee-jerk reaction and you're on this, by all means, and by any means necessary, you win at all costs, fix now, win now. There's nobody else. There's nobody out there that fits that bill. No, pun intended. There's nobody else that's going to garner the immediate effects and turnaround that a Bill Belichick will bring. I mean, and to be honest, your only other option outside of that is that you make Jerry Gray an offer that he can't refuse, to be promoted up to head coach. Because other than that, you have no options. Because how are you going to sell anything else to your veteran leadership, your veteran core in your locker room? If you don't hire Bill Belichick, if you don't make it where Jerry Gray can't turn down the head coaching position, how are you going to sell that to your locker room, to your core, to your veteran core? How are you going to sell that? Of course, I like that motto, enemies necessary. Blank had the Malcolm X movie on repeat. Probably so. Auntie says, I agree. That was too fast. He was let go before Black Monday. Look, it was 10 minutes after midnight, which means when they got off the plane from New Orleans, they went to I think they said it was at the hotel downtown, or I know they was in the city when they met, wherever they met at. They wasn't back at Flowery Branch. It was still in the city. And you know, but I knew some shit was in the mix because you had Brian Peoples was in attendance. You had Grady there, Rich McKay, and a few other, what I'm saying, folks, what I'm saying, from the front office. And I knew something was up that was in attendance in that game, you know, and which tell me, I don't think us winning that game would have made a difference, honestly. Like I said, it would to me it was a knee jerk reaction, what I'm saying, and it shouldn't have been. But being that it was, he has no choice but to hire Bill Belichick because if you don't, how are you going to sell your locker room, your veteran presence on anything else? How you going to what are you going to sell them on? Another up and coming coordinator. You just cut that off at the knees by firing Arthur Smith. That's my perspective on that. You know, fix now, win now, and it got to be Belichick. It got to be Hoodie. It got to be. It can't be nothing else. It can't be nobody else. It can't. You know. Um, you want Harbaugh and all of his NCAA baggage, but then too, like I said, I understand why a lot of y'all want Harbaugh because having Harbaugh here pretty much guarantees y'all fantasy wet moment with one of these quarterbacks in this draft at the 8th spot, for the lack of a better term. Um, you know, and see, that's why most of y'all are against Belichick because bottom line, Belichick coming in here, that 8th pick get traded for a boatload of other picks, second and third and fourth rounds, to double up, it won't be no quarterback. It won't be no quarterback. And if you ain't guessed by now, no, I'm not in love or infatuated by anything in this quarterback class. Nathan, nada, zero, nothing. Mm-mm, not impressed. You know, you got a lot of projects, and you got a lot of not ready for NFL life guys in this class. Mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know Tiny Tim Daniels out of LSU, little Pinky Wink from Washington. Yeah, okay. Cry me a river on that one. And then this boy Caleb Williams, who got the nerve to be talking about he want whoever to draft him to give him stock options and part ownership in sports, please. And ever since he made that comment, his play has went all the way down to the bottom of the hill, under the dumpster. And then we all know Drake May is not demographically sound for this team. So I mean, no, man. Amongst other things, there's nothing in this quarterback class that impresses me. And I've seen a lot of quarterbacks. I don't, you can say what you want. I'm not a pro scout, but I've seen enough quarterbacks to know who got it and who ain't. And nothing in this class has it.
Sam, check that out on the screen.
mean, well, you know, we all have opinions. We all have assholes, but I mean, you know, hey, it is what it is. That's what you feel. You know what I'm saying? That's what you feel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but I got a list of Hall of Famers that he has drafted and procured and coached that says otherwise. You know, so hey, it is what it is right there. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate your observation, as it were. And you know, look, hey, I already said why y'all feel like that about Jim Harbaugh. You know what I'm saying? And you know, but yeah, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is right there. You know, um, if you think Daniels is gonna change life in the NFL here, okay, wait on it. You think little PP Jr. is gonna change life here after playing in the Pac-12? Okay, wait on it. Not based on what I saw against Arizona State, against UCLA, against Washington State, and a host of other games. Not just against Michigan. Okay, so you know, dang, y'all laying your hopes and dreams and wet thongs on one of these quarterbacks. Okay, all right, bet. You know, it is what it is. Mm-mm. As far as Jim Harbaugh is concerned, my concerns about Jim Harbaugh is his NCAA baggage, and I don't think that the Falcons need to be a safe haven for him hiding from his problems with the NCAA. That's my whole thing with Jim Harbaugh. Okay, and he hasn't been in the league. He hasn't been in the league since 2012, 2013. A whole decade? Yeah, okay. Right. Right. Um, I didn't necessarily say you. I just said the overwhelming thought process of why people are so overjoyed with the fact that we interviewed him as opposed to how they were acting when they found out we were interviewing Bill Belichick. Okay. I mean, but if you feel like it was just you, well, obviously you must have had that opinion as well. I mean, but you want somebody to bring in a quarterback coach. So you think that you don't think Bill Belichick is bringing a quarterbacks coach and an offensive coordinator as well? I mean, offensive assistant. You don't think you really that's your whole thought process, right? Okay, all right, all right. You know what this teams need is a complete coaching staff. Is what this team needs. You can say what you want about the quarterback room, but um, not being totally handled and coached properly, you get what you get this year in some aspects. You get what you get. I mean, but y'all had it in for that young man when we drafted him, you know. Anyway, and like I said, Jim Harbaugh represents for the most of y'all an aspect of a quarterback being drafted at the eighth spot, as opposed to Bill Belichick, whom you know is going to trade down from that eighth spot and garner a whole lot of draft capital and do smartly what needs to be done for the trenches and saying the depth and fortifying the rest of this defense. But y'all don't want to have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want a big, beautiful name called at number 8 from at the quarterback position. And nothing's beautiful about any name at the quarterback position coming out of this draft class. Nathan, not Nathan. Nathaniel.
Not Nathaniel.
You know. Exactly, Corey. Exactly. But see, I'm gonna say this again. I've said it multiple times before. By a lot of you all's logic, them just throwing a few names out there. What I'm saying, based on their rookie year. What I'm saying, just starting out performance. By a lot of you all's logic, the Cowboys should have cut Troy Aikman after his rookie year and fired Jimmy Johnson. By a lot of you all's logic, the Colts should have cut Peyton Manning and fired Jim Mora after his rookie year. By a lot of you all's logic, the 49ers should have cut Joe Montana and fired Bill Walsh after his rookie year, and they only won 2 games. I could keep going. With this. But y'all, a lot of y'all don't like to have realistic conversations when it comes to the quarterback position. Some of y'all have this microwave mindset that you pop a player in the microwave and for 2 minutes and out pops a Hall of Fame All Pro, quarterback. And it don't. There's just some things about the quarterback position you can't cut corners with. You know what I'm saying? There are certain things you have to have on hand. There are certain things that have to happen in development. But hey, I play Madden, but I don't bring Madden to reality like some of y'all do. You can't hit reset and forego trade restrictions or forego salary cap to build your fantasy football super teams. It don't work like that in real life. It's some conversation in the U.S. audience interview to all of a sudden letting him take interviews now. Well, more than likely, it's one or two things. Monk, it's one or two things. It's probably it's either a smokescreen move or whoever that they have decided to go with is bringing their own defensive coordinator with them. That's the only reason that those are the only one or two reasons that make sense as to why Nielsen interviewed for the Jaguars defensive coordinator spot. Mind you, just saying. But hey, right now we're just hurrying up the wait. And Jay, what trouble would that be?
Bro,
I
stop
mean,
bringing that
outside of Spygate, what trouble would that be?
bringing up old stuff.
I mean, like look again. Arthur said, by any means necessary, right? Fix now, win now. And the guy that's out there that would do it by any means necessary, from the sounds of things, wants to be here. From the looks of things, wants to be here. Needs to be here. I mean, but hey, like I said, everybody has their thoughts, their feelings, and whatnot, and their fears, when it comes to, Bill Belichick. You know what I'm saying? And here in about a week or so, we're going to find out. We're going to find out just how scared y'all really are. From all points being shown and proved. Look, been on this thing hour and a half, and you got anything on your mind you want to shovel out there as a point, a reference, your thought process on what's going on, what's been going on, with the team, what's going on in the league, whatever, just whatever it is.
Well, okay. For one, do I want Bill Belichick to come here? Sure, because I know he's going to bring a winning mentality here that we haven't had in the history of our organization. Um, but it I put it like this: we need an experienced coach to come here because of we are in a win now mode. This defense is win now. This run game is win now. And if you bring in a younger coach that hasn't had the experience, you're basically going back on your word and being contradictory. So if it's Bill Belichick, okay, so what? I'll step over to the dark side. I don't care because I want to win. If it's Jim Harbaugh, okay, so what? He's been there. If we get, I mean, it doesn't matter as long as they come here and bring a winning culture that we can, not just for the time that they're here, but for something to linger after they're gone. That's all I care about. So, that's all I want.
Yep. Southside with some NBA news.
Yeah.
Pascal Siakam going to the Pacers.
Yeah, he went to the Pacers. Yep.
And Millie Mills obviously agrees with you on your take, Big Ant. Yep. Me too. Well, all the tea has been served. Tea has been drunk. And the take has been given. And with that being said, you know what it is. You got to keep it real. You got to keep it A. You got to keep it dirty. And most notably, keep it real with yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all stay indoors if you ain't got to be out there in that wicked wind and ice cold things, and be careful and look out for that black ice. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Stay safe. Stay dirty. Stay A. Stay zoned up. And this is your boy, OG Big Sam. Like, share, subscribe with my homie Big Ant. And we out.
We out. Peace out.